one of the hardest things in the world to do is to come on camera and be 100% natural, yourself, and just talk to that camera like you're not being recorded and no one's watching, just naturally, like you were talking to a friend. That's a harder thing for many, many people to do. It's one of the hardest things in the world, I believe. Even actors that are in Hollywood, right? Like there's a large percent of actors who are good. But what makes those 1%ers, like the goats, like the other video that I made, what makes them the greatest is because even though they're acting and they're playing a role of someone else, they're still 150% that person just in that role. You know, like they're natural. They're taking the character, they're embodying it, and they're actually playing that character as them, not as what they think it would be, you know? So to be able to come on here and make a video, to be able to come on here and talk about topics, to be able to come on here and just talk about whatever, you know, it must be natural. Then sales, as I'm watching YouTube, and I went through it myself, you know, like I worked with one guy actually, and he helped me tremendously. He gave me some real basic tips on YouTube, but he helped me in so many other ways. But the other like people that I like research, and when you're looking like, man, how do you put the YouTube video together? You know, why don't I get views? Why don't I get subscribers? So then they all give you these cookie cutter, kind of like a video that I made in the past about cookie cutter programs. They give you a cookie cutter program on the basic fundamentals, common sense things that you could do to make your basically channel and videos look professional, right? So I went through phases where I'm like, you know, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, leave a comment. You know, I went through all them things. And I remember my buddy Jay, he's always like, man, this is before. I hate when people ask me to subscribe. And I get what he's saying, you know. But then I started doing it. And then, you know, as I watch other people with their channels, some people that I know, they really start putting that sales pitch in. And now Patreon's a new thing. So now people are mentioning, give me donations, so on and so on, you know. So like straight up, I've been making YouTube videos for years, okay? Over the years, I get better and better. Now, when I first started, I was authentic, but I was still putting on a show. To be able to come here and legitimately talk to you right here, right now, I am the most authentic, most natural human being possible. Like, this is no different than if I was sitting there talking with you at a chair, like, face to face, you know? So now, getting back to these videos and like how you sell them, you know, it's kind of like in life. You sell a product and the product sells itself when that product is authentic, when that product is real, when that product creates value. You know, so if I'm out here trying to give a top 10 list, there's a million people out here giving top 10 list. If I'm out here talking about this topic, there's a billion people out here talking about this topic. So everybody's talking about topics that are cookie cutter that they think they want in the self-improvement, self-help world. You know what I mean? But I come to the conclusion and I stopped doing it, and actually I put a lot of my old videos on private, and then I just, you know, sprinkle that on you as time goes on, because I will be getting more viewers on this channel. I will be having these videos exposed to people, and these videos will benefit people. But they've been benefiting me because it's been something I stayed invested in. It's something that I, you know, love doing. So really, asking for that subscribe, asking to share my videos, asking to like and leave a comment, so on and so on. Asking for anything, I'm not doing anymore. You know, the catchy intros and all that stuff, like some people do that and they pull it off and they do it perfectly. And the one guy that was helping me before that I told you about, that helped me in a lot of different ways, his intro is dynamite, you know what I mean? Because his intro, even though he's giving an intro, he's giving it so naturally. It just goes perfect with, you know, who he is and what he presents on his channel and platform with his product. He's legit and he's authentic, and I respect it. So that intro is cool. And maybe if I come to a natural intro that I just kind of like, oh shit, like that's it. But then even then, you know, do I always want to do that? I don't know. What I do know is I like being on this video and talking. So the things that I shared in the videos that I did post recently in the past couple of weeks, the cookie cutter programs, right? So we're talking about training there. We're talking about eating, but we're really talking about anything. And now I'm showing you in my world where that cookie cutter, basically, I did a cookie cutter program. But then I realized that, all right, by doing these cookie cutter programs, I learned the ropes, but now I got to apply every other area of life, the way I look at it, into these videos. And the bottom line is, the most important thing is, I know that my message is real. I know that my authentic message is coming from the heart, coming from experience, not just conversation. So that said, I know that I have a product that is valuable. So because my product's valuable, I don't need to sell the product anymore. All I need to do is come on here and just do what I do and talk about whatever topics I want to talk about. So if you are a YouTuber and you're watching this, you know, you can keep asking and you can do those things, and they probably do help you, the detail of it. But it's not the meat and potatoes. So if you're not getting subscribers, you're not getting viewers, it's not that. It's another product within yourself in the mirror. And watch yourself and break yourself down and then make those adjustments. That would be the problem. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. And I love it. So I was thinking about a topic because I took a couple of days off from making a video. You know, I got lackadaisical for a couple of weeks working out, started working out, got my food press going, and now I'm more energized, focused, and I feel like, all right, I was just kind of like a 2-week period where I was kind of like, I won't say in the shit, but just kind of like, you know, going through things. You know, what moves you make here? What should you do there? And now bang, took that action. I'm back to it. I'm back to clear-headed. I'm back to energized. And before you go through those lulls, when you come out of it, you know more and you're more wise. You're wiser. You're more polished. You're more authentic. Hence this video. You know what I mean? And that goes for everything, because life's a roller coaster. Life is sun. Life is rain. It's all of the above. And you're going to get through all of it. Bottom line. You know, so this video here, what can I title it? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't know. Authentic, be yourself for real. You know what I mean? Sell a product that you are, rather than a product that you think people want to hear. You know what I mean? Because you can talk any topic and make it relate to any topic. And if you can do it that way, and you can take this topic and make it apply to that topic, then you're on point. Then you should be out here giving a message away. Because if you know how to do that, you have something to legitimately share. Okay? So I always had this dynamic personality. When I became a trainer in the beginning, I didn't know much about the training piece, actually. I always worked out and stuff, but to train somebody, I didn't really have the real fundamentals down. I didn't have the science to it down. But I had a dynamic personality, and people knew that I was invested in them. You know, when other trainers were training people, they'd be looking in the mirror, they're looking around. Man, I was with my clients, you know what I mean? I was, oh man, high-fiving. Like, that's why them clients came to me. Yeah, maybe these other people back then had more of the science of the game, but I had that passion. I had that authentic piece, but I actually cared. You know what I mean? I actually cared about where they ended up. And because of that commitment, I got better and better and better. And now I believe, when it comes to training, when it comes to motivating, I do believe I'm the best in the world. Period. On Facebook, all Facebook in the world, I believe that. But it doesn't mean that I think I'm better than anybody. It just means I know that I'm the best in the world. And I'm sure I'm going to meet a lot of people on the journey that are just as solid as me. And I'm like, oh shit, man. And then real recognizes real. And then you learn from each other and you go from there. You know? That's what it really comes down to. So I guess if I was titling this video, be authentic and deliver the authentic message. But you can't deliver that message until you thoroughly move through it, make adjustments, self-correct. Self-honesty is the most important thing. Anytime you catch yourself out talking about somebody else, anytime you start focusing on what somebody else is doing, anytime you're losing. Period. The end. Put a period on it. But if you take that energy and that time that's being wasted over and over and over again, every day, every minute, every hour, every year, if you're sitting there talking or focused outside of yourself in yesterday and tomorrow, whatever it may be, only way you got something to give is if you're doing that work. So I don't give a shit if you're an alcoholic yesterday. Once you do the work, you got to give it away. You're the best person to give it away. If you're out of shape and you get fit and you legitimately go through the journey and all of a sudden you learn what's on that road, you see what got you in the first place to even be there, then you go. You lose the weight and then you build that piece inside and then you take it from there. Now you got something authentic to give it away. One of my mentors, Willie, I'll call you out. He always says that to me. You got it, brother. He says, you got it, brother. You got a message that's authentic to give it away. You've been through it. You're doing the work to get through it. You're taking an understanding of it. You're putting that faith in the piece, and you're taking the action, and you're giving it away. And you want to give it away. You see, I want to help people. I want to help people not go maybe through some of the struggles I had, not wait so long in life to be successful. I want to help people. People that are hungry, people that are dedicated, people that are committed. It doesn't matter if we live in the freest country. It doesn't matter if we live in a dictatorship. It doesn't matter what you're presented with. If you want to be successful, you will be. You will be. I always tell people, I got to be able to smile legitimately. I got to be able to love my life, love myself. If I would wind up under the bridge homeless for real, that is the facts. Because at the end of the day, if I don't have that peace, then what peace do I have? Right? That authentic, that peace is where it's at. So taking that to these videos, trying to sell it basically means that I'll be trying to pimp out my product, right? So pimping, you know, the guy that I was like working with before, and I'm still patron on his channel. I still watch it. I still follow it. I'm still a fan, right? But the pimping, that's what brought me there in the first place. And then I realized through this gentleman that the pimping is actually every aspect of life. You can look at any scenario you're going through in life, and you were either getting pimped out or you were pimping out. And if you're pimping out with the right intention, that means that the people that you're pimping actually are just people that you're assisting and helping believe in themselves. And they're going out there because it's such an authentic, pure, loving, spiritual type thing. They're giving it away, and you're building an army, you're building a unit, you're building a family, you're building a world full of people that are equipped to help people, that are equipped with their own experience, to have the compassion, the understanding, the ability to not only look at the painting like this, but to look at the picture from abroad, look at it all. All right, this move here, and then look there. So when I watch your politics and stuff, it's kind of easy to see what's going on years ago. You know what I mean? All of that. So understanding, seeing clear, and not thinking with the emotion, but having the ability to think with the logic when it comes to this world. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Don't worry about selling. Don't sell. And you'll be the best salesman in the world. Because when I'm on point, when I'm just skipping through the world and, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? It's so authentic. It's so natural. And I'm certainly never doing it to get anything in return. But what it does attract, and it makes other people want to give that and make them feel good. So if you ever hear people say, oh man, people are miserable, people don't say hi anymore, maybe with these masks on, but without the mask, like, oh, people don't say hi, this and that, people aren't friendly. No, people are uncomfortable. And we are going into a world where people are more serious, more centered into themselves, especially after COVID hit. But the bottom line is, you realize when you're just, hey, what's going on? How you been? How you doing? Hi. 90% of the people are going to say hi. And if they don't, you just caught them off guard. They're not even being a dick. They're just uncomfortable and off guard. And if you're able to look at it that way, then all of a sudden, now you're not caught up in one of these people saying, oh, everybody's miserable. Because the minute you say that, now you're negative. So now your vibration's coming down. And now you're part of them, even though you think you're better than them. So you got to be smart enough. If you want to be a boss, if you want to be a salesman, you got to be smart enough to see beyond all that. You got to be smart enough to look at that person and say, all right, I understand what this person's going through. I understand what this person's feeling. And because I understand what they're feeling not in a codependent way, I'm going to assist them and I'm going to be cool and make them feel comfortable so they can keep it moving and they can have a good day. And then once they can have one good day, they can have 2 good days. And after a couple of good days, they might say, oh shit, I kind of want to do this. I want to do this because I want to get energized. And you only get energized when you take the weight of that bullshit that we're carrying around. We're carrying it around. So many people talk about God. I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, I believe in God, higher form. I don't care what you call it, higher power, the source. I don't care what it's called. I believe in it. I love it. You know what I mean? I'm for it. But that said, when people are preaching that, but then I see them gossiping or I see them living in fear, I'm like, hold up. I know you believe, but you don't practice. You're not current. You know, you got to practice. So the only way you can believe in a higher power is to be able to see in the loving way. So whenever me or anybody else, you know, sometimes when I'm angry, I say, fuck, cocksucker, cunt. I say real bad words. It's not who I am, but it's the way that I've talked. And now, you know, as time went on, I started learning how to talk differently, like say, isn't it, rather than ain't, wasn't it, isn't it? You know what I mean? Where do you put the apostrophe? Things like that, they're important. And when I'm talking to my buddies, if I'm comfortable and I'm not thinking, I might say ain't and don't give a shit. But the bottom line is, there's a time and place to say things. When I'm here, I want everybody to be able to watch my content. So I don't want to curse a lot. You know what I mean? Because I'm not talking to my homie. I'm not talking to my best friend. I'm talking to a community of people that I'm introducing myself I want to be able to take something away from. But at the same time, I do got a foul mouth at times. At the same time, I can be a little over the top and controlling at times. I'm human. But you got to own that. I look at that. I see where. And as time goes on, you let go of control with that. Oh, but then this one you still need to maybe control. Maybe I need to control the situation because maybe this situation is something that I need to make sure that I stay on the right path with. Whatever. But at the end of the day, think. Don't overthink. See what outcome you want, and then take the action. I spend a lot of time overthinking, mental masturbating, and by default, by my default setting of being a human and being wired that way emotionally, and so much shit from TV and everywhere coming everywhere, negativity coming everywhere, I get caught up in it. I catch myself. I don't really gossip on nobody ever. I don't do that. One thing is that's one thing I'm known for, and I get respect for that. But maybe in my head, right? And then, or I get fearful, put that off, and I can be a loner, whatever. There's a million things I work on every day. All I'm doing is giving you examples of things that I look at myself on. So I can't judge somebody who swears. I can't judge somebody who doesn't swear. I can't judge somebody who believes in God, who doesn't believe in God. I can't judge somebody who likes Trump, who likes Biden, who doesn't believe in politics. It doesn't matter. What I'm worried about is the same thing for me. I know that we're all human beings, all wired the same until the computers take over, and we can all get along. But it takes a special individual to look at it that way. It takes a special individual to seriously know, do I want to be right or do I want to be happy? And by you being happy, by you choosing happy instead of egotistically right, instead of pointing the finger and saying somebody else is this way, when really in return, subtly, you don't even realize it, but you're the same way. So to be a boss, to be a leader, to be a salesman, you need to be that authentic, that real, self-evaluated, self-work human being that's equipped and authentic enough to give it away. So this video, I'm just shooting the shit. I didn't know. I should have brought some water over here because I'm on a roll. I didn't know what exactly I was going to talk about, except I was going to start off and say that one of the hardest things in the world is to be authentic on film. And that was it. And then it led to this. Be yourself. You got a YouTube channel, you're trying to let it grow. Stop trying to sell it so much. Rather, practice watching yourself and say, man, that's not how I go. Or, man, I'm trying to overact. Don't be like a Disney actor. Don't be an over actor. Like Disney actors are more like animated because like kids watch it. You want to be that, you know what I mean, that Leonardo DiCaprio role. You want to be that serious. You got a great personality. Make sense? So let your personality shine. Be yourself. And that's that. Some videos are going to be playful. Sometimes you're going to be delivering a message. Don't judge them. Just deliver. And let the chips fall where they may. Because as long as you're going out here doing it, as long as I keep doing this and get better and better, every time I look at this camera, guess what? I don't care if I never get another subscriber. I'm getting satisfaction, and I know a few people, if they watch the video, may like it, and it may help them. They don't need to like or subscribe, but they might find benefit from it. It's a win-win. So my name's Charlie Sardi. Thank you very much for listening. Be yourself. Be authentic. Never sell. Just sell who you are because you're not trying to make a sale. Pretty simple. And life will go your way. Have a great night.